Okay, so this is my topic for today is stress relief. Um, I know that stress was a huge factor in causing me to have a migraine, and that's when I had my stroke. And so I am trying my best to not have a lot of stress and get worked up. Unfortunately, you can't avoid it. So there's days where it's pretty bad, and then I start getting scared that I'm going to have another stroke. So it's like I gotta calm myself down. And I do a lot of, deep breathing or just refocus, my attention elsewhere and kind of look at objects and just kind of describe it. That was one of the helpful tools for me that I learned, and it works. But sometimes situations arise where it doesn't matter what you do, you still get stressed out. And today is one of those days where I feel like my head is going to explode. And I got to the point where I was getting very shaky, and I was like, this is not good. So I didn't know, does anyone else have any tips on, kind of diffusing the stress? I know going out for a walk helps, but this is more kind of like during working hours. So I'm trying to figure out, stuff to do to try to like help my stress level out on that. So, or just in general, but that's my topic is how do you cope with stress, and what are some relaxing activities that you do. Like I said, for me, I like to do the object, look at an object, and then you start saying out loud what you're seeing. So like if I'm looking at, my lamp, I'm like, it's square, there's a shade that's black, it's got platforms, there's pictures, and then it just slowly starts releasing but all those thoughts. And the other thing is I do the typical deep breathing exercises. Sometimes that does not help. I mean, I just, for some reason, I cannot get control with the deep breathing. So, and I'm not one for yoga, but maybe that might be something I look into, doing yoga. I just have, my issue is that I have trouble staying quiet in my mind. There's noise constantly. It just doesn't stop, and I've had that problem my whole life. It is just, I cannot silence everything. I think that's part of the reason why I have sleep issues too, is because like I'm a classic overthinker. I think about things constantly. I analyze it to death, and that's a lot of my issue. So, but like I said, my best therapy has been typing and writing it out. So that's been my best method so far. That's worked for me. So but any other suggestions would be great. But that's the topic for the day, of how to release that stress, and also how do you release that stress when you're not in a position to do things that typically work for you when you're working. So any input would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.